I would hate to get old and then become a vampire. I mean, being like deathbed old. Like all of the tubes and apparatuses, everything possible is hooked up to your fucking body. You don't even know you're alive or dead, and like you're a fucking vegetable at this point. And then Nosferatu wanders in, turns my liver spotted dick immortal, and everything else just turns back on. Like, I am literally at the gates of heaven, getting ready to meet fucking Gabriel. Then along comes Dracula to be a fucking asshole. Like, he just lost a bet or something and decided, well, you gotta go turn an old man into a vampire. I know you're used to having hot women, but that dude. And then I wake up. I think that would suck even more, because it wasn't like I was his choice. I wasn't his preferred option. I just wake up pissed off that the Lord of Darkness sucks at poker. I'd be like, thanks, asshole. Next time, why not find me sooner when I had a body women wanted to fuck? There's no Twilight fantasy novel for a 100-year-old vampire, which would just be about how I got tucked into bed while, like, if there was a fucking, like, fantasy novel for the geriatric vampire, the whole book would just be me tucked in bed while the hot vampires fuck on top of the coffin. I'd just be laying there trying to lay to rest, and they're pounding through my coffin, like, hey, can you fucking someone else's eternal slumber? I'm trying to forget how my dick won't be touched for another 1,000 years. And flying around as an old bat would be the worst. My immortal old man balls don't ascend upon being bitten. Which would be kind of funny to see, old man balls retracting, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. My brain cells would all be alive again, and all that shit I was so happy to have been able to forget comes flooding back immediately. Like, oh yeah, that did happen when I was in fucking elementary school. I didn't realize you could remember everything back to birth. Yeah, mom had a fucked up nipple, and half of the milk came out, and it all went to my brother Jeff. Like, as an old vampire corpse, I would look weird trying to wear, like, regular clothes. Like, I would be too old for regular clothes. I'd just be having to float around in, like, a nightgown with the ass flap open everywhere I go. As an old vampire, I would only be able to court, I don't know, blind women, which is not a good look for a vampire to go after easy victims. And I would have to fuck with my clothes on all the time. If Little Miss feels around, touches any part of my skeleton, she would think I was a taxidermy dog on top of her. Oh, my Lord of Darkness, what stiff, leathery ribs you have. As an old vampire, my bones would never stop popping. I couldn't sneak up on anyone without being called Lord Snap, Crackle, and Popped. As an old vampire, I would have to wander around hospice cares like it's a Cracker Barrel just to have something to eat. Or the actual Cracker Barrel would work just as well. And if one Boy Scout tried to walk me across the street, I would toss him into a sewer and wait for the morning sun. But I think the worst thing as an old vampire would be forgetting to transform my balls. Like, everything else is fine. I turn into a bat, just the balls stayed the exact fucking same. Dick got tiny, ball stayed big. And that'd just be me flying around with this Christmas tree ornament flopping around. You know what I mean? My balls would be a damn grip handle for a vampire hunter to grab and yank me balls first to the ground. Yeah, while I'm in hell, the song Do Your Balls Hang Low would play on loop while demons braid my vampire nutsack for all eternity.